Marley was dead.
There is no doubt whatever about that.
The register of burial had been signed by the clergyman, the clerk,
And the undertaker, Scrooge signed it too. And Scrooge's name was good to whatever he chose to put his hand to. Old Marley was dead.
This must be distinctly understood, or else nothing wonderful can come from the story we are about to tell.
You will therefore permit me to repeat emphatically that Jacob Marley was as dead as a doornail.
Scrooge and Marley had been partners for many years.
Scrooge had never painted out old Marley's name.
There it stood year after year above the warehouse door. Scrooge and Marley.
The firm was known as Scrooge and Marley. Sometimes people new to the business called Scrooge, and sometimes they called Scrooge Marley.
Scrooge answered to both
It
names.
was all the same to him.
Oh, but he was a tight-fisted,
Squeezy, raspy,
sprightly,
nutty,
covetous old sinner.
He was as hard and as sharp as flints.
Secret and self-contained, as solitary as an oyster.
The cold within froze his old features. They didn't thaw 1 degree at Christmas.
But what did Scrooge care?
The very thing he liked.
To edge his way along the crowded paths of life, holding on human sympathy to keep its distance.
But, once upon a time, all the good days of the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house. The weather was cold and bleak and biting. The city clocks had just struck 3. When it was quite dark, it had not been light all day.
Scrooge sat above that he might keep an eye upon his clerk, who was busy copying letters. The clerk tried to warm his fingers at the candle, but not being a man of strong imagination, he failed.
Mr. Cratchit, the price of coal is rather enough. I cannot afford the luxury of its waste.
Oh, the fire is
It is sufficient.
But if the fire...
Mr. Cratchit, place not a particle of coal on that fire, and its value shall be deducted from your salary. The choice is yours.
God save you, Uncle. Merry Christmas!
Humbug.
Christmas? Aha! Surely you don't mean that, Uncle.
I do mean it. Merry Christmas indeed. If I could work my will, every idiot who walks about with Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled in his own pudding and bedding with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle!
Nephew, you keep Christmas in your way, let me keep it in mine.
But you don't keep it.
Well, then let me leave it alone. What good has never done you?
I suppose I've always thought Christmas is a pleasant time. Kind, forgiving, charitable time. It's the only season I know where men and women open their hearts freely. We have more kind word for each other on that day than any other day of the year. And while it's never put a scrap of gold in my pocket, I believe keeping Christmas has done me good. And I say, God bless you! Here, may God bless you, sir.
Mr. Cratchit, let me hear another sound out of you and you'll be keeping your Christmas by losing your situation.
Uncle, don't be angry. Come and do with us tomorrow. Goodbye. Why not, Uncle?
Why did you marry against my wishes?
Because I fell in love.
Because I fell in love? Good afternoon.
But you never came to see me before my marriage either. Why is that a good reason now? Have we ever had a quarrel? Why can't we be friends?
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry with all my heart to find you so resolute, but I shall keep my Christmas humour to the last. Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good day.
And a Happy New Year!
Come on!
Have I the pleasure of nursing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley is dead. He died 7 years ago, this very evening. But that's Mr. Scrooge over there.
I have no doubt that Miss Marley's generosity is well represented by his surviving partner. Mr. Scrooge! At this festive season of the year, it is proper that we of more fortunate means try to make some provision for the poor and destitute.
Are there no prisons?
Prisons, why yes, there are prisons, yes.
And no councils, are they still in operation?
You see, I wish I could say they were not.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. I was afraid from what you had said before that something had happened to stop them from their useful course.
But sir, those institutions scarcely furnish sufficient care for the impoverished. Therefore, a few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund to provide the poor with some humble means of comfort. How much shall I put you down for?
Nothing.
Okay, you wish me no money.
I wish to be left alone. I myself do not make merry at Christmas, and I cannot afford to make idle people merry. I am tasked to support the institutions that I've mentioned. They cost enough. Those who are badly out must go there.
But many can't go there, many would rather die.
Well, if they'd rather die, then they'd better do it and decrease the surplus population.
But sir!
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. It is quite convenient, sir.
You say the same thing every year. Well, it's not convenient. It never is. If I were to knock you for it, you would think yourself ill-used. And yet you do not think me ill-used for paying a day's wage for no work.
It's only once a year.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. Well, if you must have the whole day, be here rather early the next morning.
Oh, yes, sir. I will, sir.
Let's see to it that you are. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Oh, and a merry.
Fool! A miserable clerk at his salary, with a wife and family to support, talking about Merry Christmas. I'll retire in Bedlam. Get away from my door! Stop ringing that bell! We're closed! Who's back there? Come out from there! This isn't stop ringing that bell! Somebody come what they say! Enough! Enough! What do you want? Who are you?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley. You don't believe it.
I don't your humbug accent. No, here! Please, Jacob, please!
Foolish man, do you believe in me or not?
I must! But why have you come to me, Jacob?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him must walk among his fellow men. If the spirit does not go forth in life, it is required to do so after death.
But you are fettered in chains, Jacob.
Why is that? I men take thy forms in life. I made them link by link, yard by yard, my own free will. The coin of you bear was as long as heavy as this 7 Christmas Eves ago, and you labored upon it since.
Oh, please, Jacob, speak some comfort to me.
I have none to give. No mere regret can make amends for life's opportunities so misused.
You are always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business? Mankind was my business. Charity, mercy were my business. Oh, here the enemies are. You have the chance and a hope to escape the fate I now tread. It is a chance and a hope of my security.
You are always a good friend to me, Jacob. Just what is it that you propose to do?
Tonight, You will be haunted.
Haunted? Did you say haunted, Jacob?
I did.
I think I'd rather not.
Look to it. Look to it, you cannot hope to escape my hideous fate. My time is nearly gone. Remember me, Ebenezer, and remember what has passed between us.
I will, Jacob! Jacob! Oh, you a spirit, sir.
I am.
The one whose coming was foretold to you.
Yes?
What business have you with me?
Your welfare.
I can't help but think that a little rest might be more conducive to my well-being.
Turn and look upon me. Now, you must follow.
But you are spirit, and I am mortal. How can I follow you?
Bear by the touch of my hand, and you shall be able. Come, your past waits.
My goodness. This is the place where I was born. I was a boy here. These were the happiest days of my life.
Isn't it strange?
What's to have forgotten? Look there. Why, it's little Toby Crackett. It's just as if, oh, can you see me?
Yes.
Heidi-ho! Heidi-ho, Toby! What is it? Oh, yes, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
What is it?
Nothing. Nothing in particular. There was a child outside my door. I just wish now I had given him something, that's all.
Come, let us see another Christmas Eve long ago.
Why, this is my old school.
Do you remember?
Yes.
It is the Christmas holiday. It is not quite deserted. School, a solitary boy rejected by his father, neglected by his friends, is left alone.
Yes, I know him. He is my son.
Ebenezer! Ebenezer!
Is it? It can't be.
It is the past. She will see you as you were.
Ebenezer! Oh, but dear brother, I have come to bring you home.
Home?
Yes, home for good. Home forever and ever. Father is so much kinder than he used to be. He spoke to me so gently one dear night that I was not afraid to ask him once more if you could come home. He said, yes, you should. Today he sent me in a carriage to bring you, and you are never to come back here ever again.
Bless you.
And we will spend all Christmas long together and have the merriest time in the whole world. I'll see that Ebenezer take you to the coach. Hurry along. Ebenezer, I've missed you so very much. Come along now. We mustn't. Father waiting.
Always a delicate creature, but she had a large heart.
Yes. Yes, she did.
She died a young woman and had children, I believe, your nephew.
She died giving him birth.
Just as your mother died giving you birth, for which your father never forgave you.
That music.
Is it familiar? Do you know this place?
No, I was on purpose here. That's old Fezziwig. Old Fezziwig alive again. Oh, bless her. And there's Mrs. Fezziwig. Oh, how they could dance. We see every year we would close up the shop. And old Fezziwig would throw us a party. There was food, punch, music, dancing. Oh, it was glorious, simply glorious.
It's not so great a thing to do. Seems a very small consideration.
Oh,
Is it all? He spent but a few pounds, 3 or 4 others. Is that so much that he deserves your praise?
that is it in all spirit to see. And the happiness he gave was as if he had spent a fortune.
Oh. Well,
Nothing. My own blood Bob Crutch, I would just like to have a few words with him, that's all.
patience. Your journey continues.
No, Spirit, I do not wish to see this.
You must. Do you remember?
Yes?
Her name was Bev. You were engaged to be married.
Yes.
Ebenezer, I've been displaced by an idol.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one.
You condemn my ambition.
No, maybe not. But I am deeply saddened to see your more noble aspirations fall one by one. All your hopes have emerged. You want great passion for wealth. You are consumed by it.
And there is nothing on which life falls more hard than poverty.
Ebenezer, you fear the world too much. You strive to rise above all chance and its reproach. Ebenezer, our engagement is an old one. When it was made, you were a different man.
I was a boy. I knew nothing. But if I've grown more wise, I have not changed toward you. Have I? Have I ever sought your release?
In words? No, never.
In what?
In a changed nature and an altered spirit. Ebenezer, if this had never been between us, if we had not been engaged, would you seek me out and try to win me? Now, today, would you?
You think not?
Heaven knows I would gladly think otherwise. But can I believe that you who waste everything upon the gain of wealth would freely choose to marry a poor, dowerless woman who can offer you no social or financial advantage? I cannot believe you would. But even if for a brief moment you were false enough to do so, regret and repentance will surely follow. So I release you with the full heart of the love of him you once were. You may have some pain in this for a brief time. The memory of what is past makes me hope you will. But will dismiss the recollection of it as an unprofitable tree. May you be happy in the life you have chosen.
Spirit, please remove me from this place.
These have been the shadows of the past. Let us now look upon the present.
No, really.
And how did Tiny Tim behave?
Oh, as good as gold, my dear. And better. Always shine like a little angel. And Timothy, he gets thoughtful sitting by himself so much. He thinks it's the strangest thing you ever heard. You know, coming home, he told me that he hoped that everyone in the church had seen him because he was a Christian. And it might be pleasant for them, as it was Christmas, to remember who made the lame walk and the blind see. And as I carried him home, he called out, "Merry Christmas! God bless us to everyone we passed." But if strangers smiled and waved and I said, "Merry Christmas," and Tim called back to them, "God bless us, everyone. God bless us, everyone."
May God bless Tiny Tim.
He's growing strong and hearty. Don't you think, my dear? Well, he'll sing Merry Christmas yet, I'm sure. Mr. Scrooge has given me the whole day off with me.
Mr. Scrooge. I wish I had him here. I would give him a piece of my mind.
Please, my dear, it's Christmas.
Christmas or not, he's a stingy, unfeeling old man. Nobody knows that better than you do, Rob.
Oh, my dear. Christmas?
Oh, he'll be very merry and happy, I have no doubt.
Come along, my dear. Let's see the children. And to the punch. Oh, yes.
Spirit, tell me, what time to live?
I see a vacant seat by the hearth, and a little crotch carefully preserved.
No.
Every shadows remain unaltered by the future. The child will die.
Please, Spirit, say that the child will be spared.
If he be like to die, then he may do it and decrease the surplus population.
Uncle Scrooge.
I couldn't be angry with Uncle Scrooge if I tried. His offences carry their own punishment. The little son was moved by his ill whims where he himself always. If he takes it into his head to dislike us and won't come dine with us, then what is the consequence? He loses out on far better company than he can possibly find within his own thoughts. And I mean to give him the same chance every year, whether he likes it or not. Or he may run to the grave. But I mean to defy him. I will continue to wish him a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. You may not take it from me, but he shall have it nonetheless. So, to Uncle Scrooge, may God bless him. Let us now look upon the shadows of the time to come.
I know you propose to do me good, to make me become a...
The night is waning fast.
No.
It is much past Mr. Cratchit's time. He walks a little slower these last few days. I've known him to walk very fast indeed, with Tiny Tim on his shoulder. But he was very light to carry, and his father loved him so. He was no trouble. No trouble.
I'm sorry, my dear. I couldn't help myself.
You went there to the cemetery?
Yes, my dear. Oh, it will do you good when you see it. Oh, it's a lovely place. But you will see often, I promised him that we would walk there every Sunday. And he said he'd be very pleased that we shouldn't mind. And not to be grieved. Oh, child. My poor child.
They cannot hear you, they are but shadows.
Spirit. Are these the shadows of the things that will be, or the shadows of the things that might be?
The courses may choose foreshadow certain ends, but if the courses are departed from, the ends will change.
Spirit, please tell me, in the shadows of the time to come, what is to become of me? The cemetery! Behold! The grave of a man who died unwanted and unloved. Look! Look! There! Ebenezer Scrooge! Ebenezer Scrooge! Ebenezer Scrooge! Oh, please, man, forgive me! I am not the man I was! I've changed! Assure me that I'm responsible writing from this scroll. Tell me that the shadows of the time to come may be changed by an altered life, and they will be. I will keep Christmas in my heart, and I will honor it all the year long. Just please, man, forgive me. Forgive me. Spirit. I'm back in my office. I'm alive. Thank you, Spirit. And thank you, Jacob. I will not forget the lessons that I've learned. That the shadows of the time to come may be dispelled by an altered life. And they will be. Oh, yes, they will be. So what day is it? Is it light? it's Christmas. It's Christmas. The spirits did it all in one night. You know, of course they do. The spirits, they can do anything. I feel as light as a feather. I feel as friendly as a schoolboy. I feel like a baby. So very much to do. So much to be done. I don't deserve to be so happy.
hostility, but the big one, and had sent to Bob Cratchit and his family on the condition that no one knew who sent it. Then, dressed in his best, he went out into the streets. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, sir. Good morning to you!
Mr. Scrooge!
Yes! I'm afraid my name may not be too pleasant to you, sir. If I may ask for your pardon, if you would be so good as to accept this.
Yes, me, my dear Mr. Scrooge, are you quite certain?
Yes, and not a farthing less. The great many back payments included, I can assure you.
I don't know what to say, Mr. Scrooge.
Don't say anything, now. You will stop by to see me later.
Yes, indeed, I will. I most certainly will.
Very good, I'm very much obliged to you, sir. Sir, if you would please, I would like to wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Yes. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That very wonderful Christmas day, Scrooge went to church, walked along the streets, watched people hurrying to and fro, patted children on the heads, questioned beggars, looked down into the kitchens of houses and found that everything could yield him pleasure. Scrooge never dreamt that anything could bring him so much happiness.
Scrooge went directly to his office. He wanted to arrive early to catch Bob Cratchit coming in late. It was the very thing he'd set his heart upon.
The clock struck 9.
No Bob.
15:15.
No Bob.
He was a full 18 minutes behind.
No Dim.
What do you mean by coming in at this time of day, Mr. Cratchit?
I'm very sorry, sir. I am behind my times.
Yes, I should say that you are. Step this way if you would, please, sir.
It's only once a year, sir. It shan't be repeated. You see, we were making rather merry yesterday.
That is quite enough, Mr. Cratchit. I shall stand for this sort of thing no longer. And therefore, I am about to raise your salary.
No, please!
No, I have not taken a leave of my senses. No, I've come to a Merry Christmas, Mama. A many a Christmas, my many good fellow, that I've given you in many a long year. Now, I shall raise your salary, and I shall endeavor to assist you with that struggling family of yours. Now, we shall talk about your affairs this very afternoon over a hot bowl of Christmas punch. Now, I want you to make a fire, and I mean a fire to warm the bones. And I want you to find another skeleton of coal. I want you to go and do that before you dot one eye, Bob Cratchit.
And Mr. Scrooge was better than his word.
He did it all, and infinitely more.
And Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was like second brother.
He became as good a friend, as good a master, as good a man, as good a world as ever known.
It's always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well, every day of the year. And may that be truly said of us, and all of us, especially during this truly joyous season. And so as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us. God bless us, everyone. Joy to the world.